So this is going to be Unit 4, Lab 2, contact list. And what we're going to do is create the contact ADT first. And the first step is to click on the starter project. And so this is what it's going to look like. You have a contact list and you have some buttons here, some sprites, and it has a green flag. So the first thing, the second thing we're going to be doing is create a global contact list. So we're going to click on variables and we're going to make a variable. Because this is a global variable, we would make it on this stage. If it was a local variable, we would make it under here in the script variable. So let's go ahead and write in contact list and for all the sprites. And so then now that we have this variable, we are going to set the list, or we're going to initialize the contact list as an empty list. So let's go ahead and set contact list as an empty list. And so then now it becomes a list, whereas before it was just that little line that says contact 0. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to create a contact constructor that accepts 3 pieces of information. It's going to be name, phone number, and address. So we can go down here. I'm going to go ahead and make it a green block. So make a block, create a contact. So I'm going to have contact with name. And then instead of making like another input, an extra step, I could just write %name and then address, %address, and phone number or phone, %phone. Right, and so we put OK, and so it automatically makes those inputs when we put the % sign in front of it. And what we want it to report is the name, the address, and the phone number. So it should report as one whole contact, a list of 3 items. So to make that, we would have it be a list consisting of 3 items. So it'd be name, the address, and the phone number. Okay, and so when we test it out, okay, so name, I'll say Miss Madrano, and the address is 1055 Ellis, San Francisco 94109, and the phone number is 415-555-0123. All right, and so then when we click on it, it'll report back in a list with the first item being my name, second would be the address, and the third would be the phone number. And so we're going to now write selector blocks to retrieve the name and the address and the phone number from this. So we would make another block, and it would be a reporter block. And so name from contact. And we want it to be, we're going to make an input. I'll call it contact, and the list or the input type would be list. Okay, and so what we want it to report back is we're going to have it report back the list item number, the first item in our list of contact. Okay, and so when we test it, and we put it in here, this should report back the name. Okay, and so that is it. You're going to create another selector block for address from contact and phone from contact.